another better lesson for us in football is not over until it's over. So let's take you there, and then we'll be back with more for you on Sports Tonight.
It's quite unfortunate, and that is football for you, because in football you win some and lose some. For us, we are going back to the drawing board and we face the league now.
I feel very, very bad because this is not the expectation of the fans, because they are being out for like 2 weeks. They're having some results from Continental, League Match, Charities Cup, and we coming back here, our fans expected a lot from us. So we feel very, very disappointed with it because we disappoint them. It's not what they expected to see from their team that have a straight 3 results away from home. The problem was that some of our attacking force were not there. You can see putting the ball up for the attackers, they lost the ball gallantly without any chance, and losing the ball, they don't fight back for the ball. That is just the problem.
Well, sorry story from Akwa United, from I think the chairman of the club, and of course the captain of the team, explaining that loss to everyone. Toby, there's a tweet here. Francis Peter at Mawule Francis says, Tony, remember, Toby Pt.2 told you Maurice Coman will not succeed, and you doubted. His first major test, he failed. Well, this is what you get when the team doesn't win. And he's saying, what is happening in this country? Our athletes can't go for qualifiers. It is painful that sports is going down in Nigeria. But Onye, let me start with you. Complacency. People have talked about complacency as being the reason why Akwa United went the way they did.
Well, that was why I was shocked with the statement the chairman made. At what point did he realize that the football you can win, lose, or draw? You know, because the stories we got, I want to paraphrase what Paul Bassi, respected sports journalist, CAF instructor, FIFA man said. You know, he said on Friday, a day before the game, he got there.
He got to you?
People, yes, when he got to, people were already pumping champagne. Okay. That they have won the game. In fact,
they were celebrating like they had won the game.
They had won the game. Even the manager of the coach, you know, told somebody that they were going there to celebrate before the game. You know, so if the mindset of officials,
so that was the attitude.
and the players were that of, we have already, what we needed to do was
since we had won the first game,
appear on that day and to be over.
To victory.
So I think it's a big lesson. Continental football, you need to be very, very professional. There are 2 legs. If you have won one, then you should realize that you need to also do the job, get the job done in the second leg. I also learned that Ekpai was not supposed to take the penalty.
I was going to ask you because Toby,
and he went for vainglory.
For those of us who follow Akwa United so well on the league, they are dead ball specialists. Free kick, penalty.
Adio.
Adio and then Namso Edo.
Yeah, really.
So. I mean, but Ekpai wasn't there last season, so maybe
he came
since
back.
He got the goal. Since he got the goal in the first leg, they felt the luck was on him.
One of the biggest buy, did well in the first leg. It's brilliant for them. But just like you just mentioned, it is key. Adio and Namso has really shown that they are the best. Dead ball
free kick and penalty.
So I wonder how Ekpai, got there. Yes, so unlucky he missed that one. But what he has pointed out, I mean, they felt they've progressed. And when you play on the continent, you need to realize it is 2 legs and not 1 leg. And also, you need to fault, the tactical and technical input of, Maurice Coma. Everything, bounced back to him. How can he explain this? I'm not excited that Akwa United are out of this.
It's very disappointing.
But it is obvious that Maurice Coma has a lot of things to explain. Imagine if you are the manager, and you should understand that the best free kick specialist in that team is Adi Anam. So you can bet that out of 100, this guy will convert 99. But for so to speak for football, they might meet sometimes, but you can bet that they will get the job done for you. And I mean, it was so relaxed, and they felt it is all over for them. It is just a big lesson for other 3 teams on the continent that after the first leg or after the first 90 minutes, you should understand that you need to be professional on the continent, and both legs are very, very key. So disappointing, and I think a lot of people should explain why Akwa United are out. I mean, if you can get such victory away on the road in Congo in a difficult atmosphere, and you can't make it count on your home ground, it is very, very sad. And I think some people should pay for this, painful result.
All right, we started with 4. We are now down to 3. Sadly, it was Akwa United that has gone out.
And I understand the pressure. The pressure our teams have been on the continent. I mean, in terms of our slot, it is threatened, and I think other teams need to understand that we must do everything to get to the group stages. Unless we might find ourselves losing our slot.
One slot, losing our slot. All right. But let's take a look at the CAF Champions League. Going Enyimba, 2-0 over Vipers. Umfon Udo came back and he got the 2 goals, one from the penalty spot. But good for Enyimba. But very quickly, Enyimba will also need to quickly begin to prepare for the next round of games. It's going to be a lot tougher. They need to begin to mobilize in terms of resources, in terms of money. And I think the Abia State government will really need to rally behind this team. They are playing home away from home.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tony. Like you said, when they won in 2003, 2004, they didn't lack funds. They were not bereft of funds. In fact, they flew to North Africa because of the connecting flights.
They are going to be meeting Vitalo of Burundi
on chartered flights. So I think the government of Abia State needs to be reminded that it's money consuming. And I mean, they are playing Enyimba against Vitalo of Burundi. And
Warriors are playing Almerek. It's a tough one. Tough one for the Nigerian teams.
They didn't kick a ball in the preliminary rounds. So it's going to be tough for them. They need to prepare very well. Money, funding is very, very key.
Both for Abia State government and the Delta State government.
See what happened to Nasarawa United. They left on Tuesday, got to Dakar on Wednesday. They had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days of good training. And it affected their performance. So that's what we're talking about. They need to release money on time so that these teams can be well motivated. The players can be well motivated. They get good traveling arrangements. And everything put in place for them to succeed. Of course, Tony, Generation Foods, nil, Nasarawa United, nil. They advanced on 2-1 aggregates, having won the first leg at Abuja National Stadium 2 weeks ago. Then Akwa United, sadly, we said it, Akwa nil, Vita Club 1, ended on penalty 6-5.
All right, so that's it. So we congratulate Nasarawa United. They're going to be up against Algerian opposition in the next round, CS Constantine. Yeah. And it's not going to be easy at all for the solid miners. But with good preparation, with the Nasarawa State government releasing funds on time, getting this team adequately prepared, you can go out there and fight and see what you can make out out of it. And really, as Toby said, pressure on the Nigerian teams to go as far as possible so that we do not end up losing one of the 2 slots that we have in each of the
And
competition.
then, Tony, quickly, you have been saying government should relate funds. We just talk about the sport minister. What about if the government is hooked and there's no money? So the chairman of this, club should
Creative ways.
I mean, they need to be creative, no excuse. Make sure you are alert in every situation.
Find the means of getting these funds.
Just make sure you've got everything perfected for these teams, because I mean, we don't want to say this. Any of these teams lose out. They've got big games ahead. Victor Lowe is going to be tricky for Imbail Merrick. I mean, biggest game for Warriors, and for Nassau United, they will play at Nigeria side. Look very, very tricky for both teams. But I think they've got confidence now. They've moved fast from the first round, and they should do well in the next round. We just hope they can get through this ordeal and then get to the group stages.